Well, this concept from Will Smith will completely change your life. When the movie was over, Will Smith was not able to turn the character of Paul off. He could not become the original Will Smith. Well, one of the first movies of Will Smith was 6 Degrees of Separation. And in this movie, Will Smith had to play the role of a con artist named Paul. Now, con artists, they are people who make their living by stealing things. Will Smith was such a different character than Paul that Will Smith had to try method acting. Well, in method acting, the actors they will behave as the character they are going to play, right, for months so that they can learn about that character, right? So Will Smith tried becoming Paul for months. Be he'll act as Paul, he will behave as Paul, he will go to jewelry shops and he'll think like how exactly Paul would think, how to steal things, and this continued for months. And in the end, after a few months, what happened that Will Smith lost his own touch. He forgot his own likes and dislikes. He forgot the way how actual Will Smith will speak. When the movie was over, Will Smith was not able to turn the character of Paul off. He could not become the original Will Smith. It is then Will Smith had to hire few of his friends, right, to teach him how to be the original Will Smith. He had to learn how to be Will Smith once again. Well, isn't this fascinating? Well, there's nothing else but this is power of attraction. How? Well, when you start believing that you are that person, you start doing the things that person would do. And by doing the things that person would do, will simply give you results that person would get. And this will reinforce your belief. And if this cycle continues, you will one day become that person. Now, for example, suppose you want to become very successful. It is not that I want to be successful. You have to start from believing that you are successful. Yes, I am successful. When you start believing that you are successful, you start doing the things that successful person will do, like waking up early, doing reading books, right, and doing stuff that every successful people does. You start acting like him. When you start acting like him, slowly you will get the results that successful person will get. And once you start getting the results, your belief become even deeper. And this cycle continues, and one day you get transformed that your old version to your new version. You become that successful person in a few days. Well, this is very, very powerful, isn't it? And this has also been emphasized in the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Well, our subconscious mind is very, very strong, right? If you program yourself, the last previous video I made was in goals, right? Written goals. So when you start writing goals, this is what you do. You program your mind, and the goals that needs to be written are not in future tense. The goals that needs to be written are in present tense or past tense. I have made 100 million. I have 100 million. Or whatever it is. I have become this. Should not be in the future tense. So you start believing what exactly those goals are. You start acting as you have them. And slowly you start getting the results. This is very powerful, my dear friends. This is very powerful, and I've given you a real life example which I feel that you should be able to relate with. And if you really believe it, start writing goals, start behaving as if you were a successful person, start doing the things a successful person will do. Whatever success means to you, right, it is different for different people, but whatever it is for you, right, you start doing those things, start from believing yourself that you are that person, and start acting like him, and you'll soon see that you actually become that person.